How's it going, guys? So this next video is going to be a quick review of Throne Leather slash Throne Leather kits. The kit, first off, the kit comes in this nice little packaging. It pretty much says everything that it needs to say. Handmade in North America, premium Throne Leather. Not quite sure why they would say premium on everything that they offer, but hey, it's what they want to do. And then it's got their logo. It's got premium genuine treated leather, pre-stretched, water resistant, hand treated. And then it's got all their little social networking stuff on it. And it's a nice little packaging. Everything fits well into it. I didn't really have any complaints when I got it in the mail to string it up for this kid, Cade. I'm not going to give you his last name, obviously, but so came in this kit container, and I'm probably going to send this back with it. Don't really have a use for it. But so he sent me a Nas X factory black. Looks, yeah, brand spanking new. And he asked for a replica of what I had in my old orange Nas X, and I strung it as close as I could to it, because the thing with traditional is you're never gonna get exactly the same pocket just because of all the variables with it. You can't get the same exact thing as if you were stringing up mesh, but you can get very close. But so first off, the leathers, they do feel pre-stretched. They were still 24 inches, so I didn't really have any complaints with that. Pretty much the same exact length as any other leathers that I've worked with. When I first pulled them out, the first thing I did was pull the leathers out, because that's what I wanted to check out and be able to give you guys a review of, is that it didn't feel quite as hard as if it was brand new leathers, like that you would had just ordered from Gimalax or Stringer Shack or wherever. And they're not hard, they're not really soft. They kind of feel slightly broken in right off the bat, which is pretty good, but I wasn't really a fan of it personally, because I didn't really like how flimsy it was before I had even put it into the pocket. I kind of like the fact that I would have to break in the leathers to really get the pocket to where I want it, which is just my personal preference. Some people want to be able to just pick up the stick and go, and I feel that my stringings, you can do that anyway while it still breaks in. But so the leathers felt pretty good. Don't really have any complaints about it. Didn't have an issue with spreading the holes for the top to put it through itself. They went through the holes pretty easily. I still had to slice them somewhat because they didn't. They came, I think they came flat, so I had to slice them to get them through the holes. But that's not really an issue for me. Came through the holes real nicely. Didn't really have a problem with getting them into position where I needed them. And once I started actually stringing it up, I ended up not having an issue with like keeping the cross lace, or gut as a lot of people like to call it. Didn't really have a problem with getting that in place and keeping it there while I was going through the rest of the pocket. But so that's pretty much it with just the leathers. But moving on to the rest of the kit, there's this. I've done 2 kits so far of Throne leather stringing kit, and the first one, the cross lace was very short amount. I didn't really have, if I had wanted to string up a pita pocket for the kid, I would have had to use my own white stuff to finish it off. But thankfully he wanted a classic traditional just like this one, and it wasn't too much of an issue. I had plenty for that, but I don't think I would have had plenty enough for a pita pocket or any other type of custom pocket besides a classic. But this one, it had plenty of cross lace if you wanted to do a basic type of custom pocket. If you wanted to do a classic traditional, a pita pocket, maybe a Shure Chemo or maybe even a revolving door. But so maybe a little bit more cross lace. I don't know. Me personally, it was okay, but some people might want to do like a Cobra or something. But whatever. The sidewall came in an actually one full length that I had to cut in half to accommodate the fact that I needed 2 strings, which wasn't really an issue. That's fine. Which after cutting it, I had more than enough. I probably had about that much extra string after going through the sidewall the way I needed to, and so I cut all that off. And so sidewall is good length. I did have a problem with the thick nylon shooting cord that it comes with on the first kit that I got, because it was barely long enough to do 2 knots, to like do a once over, and then to just do a figure 8 knot. It was a struggle, and I didn't do anything fancy with it. I just went from the top all the way across to the top, and that's what I did. And I had trouble just doing a figure 8 knot, and that's a problem if you can't even do a regular figure 8 knot for your top shooting string. And so for this kit though, the thick shooting string actually was long enough to where I can do my kind of rolled knot that I like to do in order to really secure it. So they definitely stepped it up since the last time I used the kit. The shooting laces, I have to correct myself. Shooting laces are very long. They were tipped. Went into the pocket well. They didn't really catch on anything. So all the pieces of the kit definitely pair up well with each other. So overall, the pocket ended up very nice, and I don't really have any complaints. The ball kind of hugs in there just as if it was regular leather. I don't really feel any performance difference as if it were plain leathers or these leathers. I ran it under some water and did it a couple wall balls with a fresh new ball so it didn't dirty it up, but I didn't really feel as if it was bagging out any or doing anything that a regular leather pocket would do after you wet it. So definitely it might not be perfect, but they did definitely get partially of the way of what they wanted when they created these Throne leathers, which is water resistant or waterproof, because it's skin. It's going to absorb it, and it's just going to do whatever it wants, really. But so all in all, I have to give the Throne leather kit I got to give it an 8 out of 10. Simply because of lengths of strings and personal preference of what the leathers felt like. Otherwise, this kit's great. I don't personally know what the price is of the kit. I don't plan on buying my own kit because I know how to treat my own leathers, and I don't need Throne stuff to do that for me. So it's a lot cheaper for me to do that too. But if you're a guy that appreciates what Joe and everybody over there at Throne does, then this is definitely something that you should pick up. And if it's going to be your first leather pocket, I would definitely probably recommend having somebody string it up for you that knows what they're doing. Don't just because it looks like they know what they're doing doesn't really mean they do. Make sure there's somebody that actually knows how to string a stick and have them do it for you, because you don't want to waste the money on a quality product like this and have somebody else screw it up for you. So have somebody that knows what they're doing string this up for you, and I'm pretty sure you're going to be happy with what Joe has put into the package to send to you for that guy to string up for you. So solid 8 out of 10 for Throne leather and a Throne leather kit. I got one more video for the weekend. I will let you guys go, and I'll catch you in a couple minutes. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you later, guys.